2017 Ford Transit. 150? 250? Old, she's got the 3.7. Oh yeah. So rear brake pads. Rear brake pads. I'm gonna sneak some of these babies on. We got the hardware. We got the pads. These don't look too painful, but we'll go through it. They've got calipers you need to put in, and so we'll look at that. Gotta jack it up, and we'll go from there. Okay, here is what we have found.
So, got it off pretty easy, not too hard. The one bolt has a weird little stud on it, whatever. So, you know things are getting good when you find the backing plate just falls out with the caliper. And you're like, hey, where's the pad? You're like, oh wait, maybe it's jammed in between the bracket and the rotor right there. So, can I have a screwdriver and that hammer right there, please?
Okay, here's the new. This is what the new should look like.
Nice thick pads.
To do what needs to be done. So just trying to wiggle the old pads out. Yeah, that's one is not like the other. That looks weird. Are those the right ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just chewed off that much?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay. That's a wall hanging around, right? So, yeah. Change your brake pads, people. Change your brake pads. So, what we thought would be a quick slap the pads and go. The pins are seized in the bracket, so we're gonna take the bracket out and get it out here on the bench and free those babies up. So we snuck the seized pin in our vise right here,
They're both seats.
and so we've got two seized pins. We're gonna do one at a time because we don't have a magic device, and put a pry bar in the. Did it come out?
I think we're twisting it.
Let's see if we can go in full circle. So put a pry bar in the bracket, and we're going to see if that is enough to wiggle it. We got to move now. It was seized there before. Not a sponsor. Well, it's moving. So this will take some time here to get these to free up.
It just snapped.
Or break off. One of the two.
Okay, well,
Okay.
time for a new bracket.
Time for some pins at least.
Well, this came off nice.
So,
That's about it.
long story short, we've got one seized pin on this side too. Oh. So, up here in Rusty, Minnesota, you will have calipers seized and pins seized, and the bolts that hold calipers, and two of the pins will seize. These came out okay, but one pin, there you go. So that should move nice and easy, nice and free. That one is totally seized too. So the pads on the passenger side down there are a little bit at an angle, and then these were both totally seized. So yeah, interesting to note how the hardware it's two separate pieces on the tops and on the bottoms instead of one piece that's spread across. So we got new hardware that came with the pads. We'll put all that in. But actually, we're getting we're going to go ahead and do new calipers with the mounting brackets. The calipers like really extended on the one and almost on this side too. So looks like they were leaking and oozing a little bit. Don't want to deal with leaky brake fluid on your van. So yeah, but this trick that we did with a big pry bar does work pretty good. Just wiggle back and forth, wiggle back and forth. If it seized, like this felt like it was moving right away, but I think it just started to break. If they're seized, heat this guy up. Got to be careful of your rubber boots because they will get melty. But we've done it where you put a wet washcloth, put a wet washcloth over the end right here, then you heat up here, wet washcloth, heat up here, and keep working it back and forth. But these I think are too far gone. We're just gonna get some new ones. Make sure you save your brackets, save your calipers, you get your core fee, you have to return those later, and get a little bit of money back. Okay, we got some .4. We got some new calipers, and reband, pardon me. New to us, new calipers, new brackets. We're gonna go through and get those guys installed the same way that they came out. And then we'll package up the old brackets with the old calipers and get them back to O'Reilly's, not a sponsor. We only had .3 on the shelf, so we had to get some .4 sent our way too. And so hopefully we got everything apart, everything loose, and the only hard part will be bleeding the brakes. But that shouldn't be too bad. So there we go.